Good afternoon. Today, I have a message for you, ordinary Kosen students. Okay. The title is From Process Intensification to Life Intensification. The message is very simple. Fill your pockets full with your lifelong treasures. Not really your pockets, but the pockets in your mind, pockets in your memory, pockets in your heart. Okay? I said ordinary Kosen students. Let me explain that. Kosen is a very special higher educational institute. So students decided to dedicate their lives to science and engineering at the age of 15. See, this is very much appreciated to the society, to the parents, and even to the professors in the Kosen. And this is why the students were kept told to be ambitious or set high goal with a strong intention, or work hard to make a dream come true. Okay, those who can do that, like Shintaro, go ahead. You can do that. Take leadership. We will help you. But some students, these expectations are too much. They want to say, no, don't expect me so much. I'm just dreaming of a small but happy life with my family members. Supporting family as an engineer is just enough. But those guys are a little bit hesitant and not so strongly minded to a big dream. But I think it's ordinary Kosen students. So I got a message for you. Okay. You will say, okay, I understand, but show me the example. Okay, this is my story. And here, my favorite ginger cookie. And Mr. Ginger Cookie, you're gonna be my avatar today. With my lot of pockets. Okay, please take a look at my CV. How do you think? You may say, great, you achieve a lot, ending at the Toyota Kosen president. Your dreams come true. But I dare to say, not really. I can say a lot of sad stories behind these my career steps. For example, I have to change my major academic field according to the steps. I have to obey the objective of each position. So every 3-4 years, I have to change from organic chemistry to reaction engineering. And then finally, I got a 10-year position at Nagoya University. But at the same time, I had a duty to organize the School of Engineering as a vice dean. Honestly saying, I didn't like this. So, president of Toyota Kosen is too much for me to dream of. It needs a miracle. Miraculous change of events. For example, the retirement year of the former president has to coincide my lifetime age of milestone, okay? And of course, this position needs a lot of experiences on handling, organizing, and administrating the organization more than 1,000 people. But one day, I just find that unexpectedly, I have prepared for that. And that pushed my back to accept the offer of President here in Toyota Kosen. So my experience tells me that you better prepare for unexpected turning point of your life. Take change, not chaos. That's what I would like to say. So back to life intensification. This is a term coined from process intensification, the technical term of chemical engineering. Chemical engineer had to design the chemical processes. And if chemical engineer has to design the process based on millions of chemical reactions, it's too much. But we found that chemical process consists of several unit operations like separation, mixing, reaction, and transport phenomena. So chemical engineer decided to design the chemical process with a set of unit operation. And optimizing individual unit operation goes to optimal process design. This is the classical unit operation in chemical engineering. But since mid-1980s, the chemical engineers started to discuss that the goal was, can we make much more intensified process? So one of the conclusions is integrating several processes into one operation will make substantially smaller, cleaner, safer, and more energy efficient technology. For example, integrating separation with reaction operation gives an idea of membrane reactor or reactive distillation. Well, recent findings that the transport phenomena is much accelerated in a very small vessel, the size of micrometer, comes to the idea of microreactor. See, and this microchannel reactor gives us a new concept of process design. It's a numbering up instead of scale up. Okay? So this is so-called process intensification in chemical engineering. Please remember, these discussions started at mid-1980s, far before the SDGs discussions. Bravo, chemical engineers. Okay, so I try to overlap this way of thinking, process intensification, into life events. I said I had to change a lot of academic field and expertise. But if I look at my pockets, every experience of mine are set in the pockets. From organic chemistry to engineering education. And also I had a lot of fun in my life. I love music. I love bassoon and orchestra. I love arts. I ate a lot. I drank a lot. I liked or not, I had to take part in the grass growing. But anyway, these good memories are also put in my pockets. So I found pocketful treasures through my life. So these are my research topics. I'm going to give one example. One day I was thinking about new type of oxidation reactor as a reaction engineer. Then I found a treasure in my pocket almost 25 years ago when I joined a coffee break at the electrochemical laboratory. I had a chance to look at experimental apparatus of fuel cell. And I suddenly come to an idea that fuel cell can be applied as a kind of membrane reactor. Now, of course, the basic knowledge of catalysis is very helpful or essential to design the electrode of this reactor. And finally, I achieved to design a fuel cell reactor. This reactor can produce chemicals. And at the same time, the heat of reaction, which usually wasted, but we can convert this heat of reaction into electricity. So this reactor gives us new concept of chemicals, energy cogeneration. This is quite new, I think. And this is processing this intensification of one of my projects. And these treasures in my pockets helped me to achieve a lot of new processes, new concepts, and helped me to be a professor at Nagano University. Okay, it's the same thing. I can overlap with my life events. I'll tell you one strange story. I said I was in National Research Council in Ottawa. The winter time in Ottawa is very cold and dark and not so pleasant one. But one day I went to a classical concert in National Arts Center at Ottawa. I talked with a gentleman in the next seat about bassoon instrument on the stage. Surprisingly, he understood what I said. And also he had commented about bassoonist on the stage. Well, actually, it turned out he's a special musician, Dominion Colonel, sitting on the top of the parliament. And he was a conductor of one community orchestra. And he immediately took me to the bassoonist to the orchestra. And he also played bassoon. And he was finding second bassoonist at the different orchestra. So he took me to the second orchestra, the second bassoonist. Okay, playing in two orchestras and winter time of Ottawa gave me a lot of heartwarming days. See, this one shows the minus 39 degrees Celsius in winter time. It's cold, but my heart will go. Like this, no, I'm going to be one most important thing, okay? Once I was identified as a working group of a future engineering education of Japanese Society of Engineering Education. At the same time, I had to work hard to organize School of Engineering at Nagano University. These two experiences really pushed me to take the offer of Toyota Kosen president. My experiences of international joint research helped me to start international project, globalization project of Toyota Kosen. I said that I traveled a lot and I really like to eat and drink. That's contributed to Kocho meshi. I don't know you know it or not. Do you know that? Okay. And okay, like this, the treasures in my pockets also helped me to have a important, joyful life events. So I named it Life Intensification. So I'd like to ask you, how about you? How about your life intensification? Do you have enough amount of pockets in your memories, in your heart? Like this? Or do you have your own treasures in it? Or do you love them? This is something in front of you. Is it interesting? If it's interesting, take it seriously and keep it in your pocket. Maybe it grew in your pocket into a great treasure decades from now. life intensification will give you your own lifestyle as an engineer, which supports you to live tiny but happy life, like me. So you can't start without anything in your pocket. So now is the time for you to fill your pockets with treasures. Because you are so young to soak everything in front of you. I believe you can do this because you love science and technology and engineering. Everything that is in front of you right now is surely a gift from God. So keep it in your pocket. Take a look in your pocket from time to time and grow them up. And don't forget they are in your pocket. Okay? And fortunately, I still have a couple of minutes. And maybe I must say to you that SDGs are a very important concept. No one should left behind. It's important. But this concept have to stand on happiness of everyone. So as an engineer, you don't have to sacrifice yourselves. You can look for your own happiness and your peacefulness. That's my message. Thank you very much.